Hey everyone, welcome to Spartan V for all your hair system needs. Hold on. Let me take a seat. Just got to warm up for this bit. That's better. Right, today I'm going to be talking about all tips and tricks and equipment I use and everything to try and keep myself as beautiful as possible. So today's video is sponsored by Lavivid. If you want to get 15% off everything, use code SAM15. Right, let's get started. So first of all, something that I thought someone might have questioned already, but they haven't really. What does the V stand for in Spartan V? Victory. So the reason I chose the name Spartan V, it's a strong sort of styled name. You know, that can be used in many scenarios, I suppose, a bit like any business. But the victory part was a big thing for me. It's about how you can win in your life that relates to just yourself, not just your hair, but to everything else as well. So, you know, for me, I've always been that type of person where I want to be strong, not physically, but mentally. And I want to be able to achieve everything I can. So that's where Spartan V, the Spartan Victory, came from. Right, let's crack on. So I'm going to be talking about a few different things today. So as you can see here, some lovely equipment laid out for you. And I'm also going to be going on about, you know, how I maintain my hair, what I've done. I'm going to show you a few bits with my current hair situation. So let's get cracking. So first of all, I'm going to start on with some of the equipment I use that, you know, I'm going to show to you that I believe if you invest properly yourself and you want to do this all yourself, this stuff is really worth investing in. So if you're going to be cutting your hair, you want to invest in a good pair of scissors. So when I first started doing my hair system and cutting them myself, I bought a cheap pair of scissors that were terrible. These ones, I think they cost me about 80 or 90 pounds. Ah, what an investment. It's not like top end grade, you know, hairdresser scissors, but they are really sharp and they do everything I need it to do. I will list all the links to all these in the description below. Right, be careful. Another thing to do. So the thinning shears or texturizing shears. Again, you know, this will help blend and chop up your hair system to make it look a lot more natural. I've got them in some of my videos I've shown before, and again, good investment. So that's just the scissor parts, you know, of the side of things and cutting the hair. And I have a few other bits I find very necessary. So you don't need to purchase the belt, obviously. It's just something I use when I cut other people's hair, which I don't do anymore really. That's just time. Soft brush. Soft brush is crucial. I really would advise brushing your hair that much. It will shed it like anything over time. But if you have to, soft brush. So you can always tell a soft brush because all the bristles are quite soft. You usually got the knobbly bits on the end and, you know, it's soft. Not like some like really hard pinged brushes that are going to shed your hair even quicker. So if you have to, soft brush. I do have many brushes, but I got these as part of the set. So I'm not really going to go through them. Another thing, clips. These are definitely worth having. So when you're gluing the front, so say if you're doing a re-glue on the front, you want to put your hair back, clip. It'll hold the hairline back so you can do the glue, take it out, glue back down. So again, these are all really cheap to buy. Once you have them, you got them. And you're not going to get any more for a very long period of time. So that is one other thing there. And then obviously combs. Get yourself a load of them. You want to use some that I'm going to use to get glue out. So what I find is once I take my hair system off, rather than just spray the C22 solvent, I will use the brush to get as much glue out as possible. And I keep going until I feel like I've got loads and loads out. But once that is done, then obviously you can use the C22, wash your hair, Bob's your uncle. But yeah, have a few of them. So use ones that are just for glue and ones that are, you know, just for combing your hair if you're cutting yourself. So that's that part. All right, let me open my little case of fun. So you don't need one of these cases. These are just, one of those things that I use because I used to cut a lot of hair. So things you're going to use. So this all goes with here. You're going to want to get yourself one of these. So one of these shavers and lots of guards. So again, you can play around with the length. Sometimes I have cut a thin system, so the hair there wasn't a really dense amount of hair where it all stick up with like a grade 10 all over. It was quite short, but yeah, these for me are pretty crucial when I'm cutting my hair. So as I showed in one of my grading and fading videos before, essential. You will always need one of these. So I have a bag where I just keep all my other bits and bobs in there, which is really handy. So that is that part. Okay, coming to the glue part. A lot of the time I use tapes. I use tape where I can. Purely I find it myself a lot easier to do because I just cut the tape for just the perimeter, take it off, stick it on. It's nice and easy. Ultra hold is really good. I even use sometimes a lace front on my hair systems. That's if I've got a slightly exposed hairline. So that's where I'll use like a lace front sometimes. I know it's called lace front, but you can use it for the poly systems and it has worked really well for me. You can get like the no shine tapes and things like that. So, but these for me are my main go-tos for sticking the hair on my head. Alternatively, you have the glues. So I've got Ghost Bond here. So obviously you can get many different types, but this is one of the most popular ones. And then I've got the Walker Tape Ultra Hold. So with this water-based sort of Ghost Bond glue, this is pretty good really. You do get good hold from it. So if you do get hot, you might get a little bit of a release from the hair, but as soon as you cool down, it will re-stick. So it's pretty good. Then you've got the Walker Tape Ultra Hold. This one is messy as, anything. It is, I hate using it, I'm honest. I hate using it. It's like a spider's web when you're trying to get it out. I've got all glue around here. There is no brilliant way of using this, but it holds. It holds longer than this. So if you're willing to create a mess, do that, then you wouldn't have to worry too much about that. But for me, no, extreme cases I would use. I've actually used this one because I just ran out of tape. So I had to do the back perimeter. I've got some more tape now, obviously. So I did use that. But I'm going to be using the Ghost Bond for my next system, which is a Swiss lace system. Cannot wait to have that one. It's going to be so good. So that's those. And you can also get ones like this, which is a tape. So I never use these tapes. So these are like sort of like the front C contour style tapes, purely because I don't have my hairline like that. So in regards to having a more realistic hairline, I do more of like an A contour style hairline. So it can look like if I pull my hair fully back, it looks like, I'm trying to do it there. It can look like it slightly recedes, so it's a bit more of a natural hairline. So this is more that if you have a hair system and you are just cutting off that lip on the front of the hair system, you got the tapes. So I got these sent free with one of my hair systems before, never used them. I never will, purely because I have a custom front cut on my hairline and that will never change. So, but yeah, they are an alternative if you do just do that. Right, head. So you've got your scalp protector. So Walker Tape, this is the only one I use when it comes to the spray on scalp protector. I do have like a rubbing alcohol, 99% rubbing alcohol I use on my hair beforehand. I just haven't got it on the table, but I use that after. So this is really good for like itching and things like that. It really makes like the hold as long as possible because it gets rid of all like the oil and grime and stuff on your head that may be left over even after you've sort of washed it. So yeah, that is scalp protector. Right, C22. I feel like people underuse this. They might use it when they just spray their hair just to get the hair system off. But a really good thing you can do, which I'll do in a separate video, you can actually open the lid pour it into sort of like a plate. Make sure you have one that is slightly raised. And then once you take your hair system off, just plonk it in there on the base down and leave it. Leave it for 3-4 hours. Go back to it and the tape will just come off beautifully. There are other methods you can use when it comes to lace. Again, I'll go through them in a different one. So also as well, before you wash your hair, what I do after I've sprayed it on my head and I've done everything, and then, you know, say I've shaved my head and all that lot, and I want to make sure all the glue comes out, I give this another go a minute before I go to wash my hair. I spray all around the edges because I only have around the perimeter, and I do it on top as well. I leave it for a minute just to make sure it's fully coated, wash my hair, and I never have any glue residue in my hair. At first I didn't do that, and I did, and it was really annoying. And then I've done it that way, and I was like, superb. Right, conditioner. So this is a leave-in conditioner. This is the brand I use for my conditioner and shampoo to wash my hair with. This one, it's okay. It does keep the hair softer than what it normally would, but the best way I find is just getting a little spray bottle, something like that that's empty, make sure it's all properly washed out, and then just put a little bit of conditioner in and the rest of water, spray it. It will work really well with your hair just to keep it nice and soft and as healthy as possible. So, you know, you have got the option something like that. The reason like I say this one, it's got like, you know, no parabens and all those other bits that really dry out and kill the hair. So there is an option there for you. You can get that from anywhere, supermarkets, wherever. Something I wouldn't advise to do, which I do purely because I try and do my hair for the videos. I haven't today, but I'll tell you in a minute why, is blow drying the hair. So I've got this keratin heat. So without it, if I blow dry my hair, within about a month, month and a half, potentially it dries out and it goes hard and horrible and just dry as anything. So if you put that on before you blow dry your hair, that will avoid that damage coming any sooner, basically. It will protect the hair when you are blow drying it. So again, with blow drying, it's something I don't recommend. It's one of those things that is going to destroy your hair so much quicker. So it will increase the shedding. It will just make it so dry that it gets hard to style and it ends up staying in position. So this hair system is an old one. I've gone back to it to show you. And this is also slightly discoloured. So if we have a look here, I don't know if you can see much of it. This is a system that is on its way out, but it has done me pretty good. So I experiment a lot. You know, I use a lot of different products in my hair. I hair dry it like crazy because, you know, I'm here to not just to, you know, say do this or do that. I am here to experiment on the hair systems and see what can be done in more normal everyday circumstances. So there's going to be more videos that I will do like that. But with this one, I was like, you know what, I'm going crazy on it. And also with this one, you probably can't tell because I do slightly hide the hairline on here. This is a 1-inch poly base and it's 130% density. Crazy. You know, I personally think you can't really tell it's like that. Part of that reason is how you style it. So if I had this brushed completely up, had the exposed hairline, you would see a wall of hair. So if you have it coming forward, you essentially get all these like wispy bits of hair and it can make it look a lot more natural. You're slightly hidden the hairline. I wouldn't advise to have this as a long system unless you are having it sort of slightly hidden and parted. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have this real density wall of hair. So, you know, you don't have to worry too much about having a really like, you know, hair system compared to a really dense system. It depends on the style that you want to have. So again, I'm going to save that for another time. So again, final tip, right, to look after your hair. What I do, I bought a shower head. that is for hard water. Again, I'll put that in the description. And what that will do, it will just stop the hard water being so hard, and it will damage the hair less. So also try and make sure you only wash your hair once a week. I know it might sound disgusting to some people. Still shower and do everything you need, but for the actual hair itself, only try and limit it to once a week. If you want it to last as long as possible, do that. Final tip, I know I said it was before, I think, but now, actual final tip, buy a silk pillowcase. You will notice that when you wake up in the morning, you don't have that pressure that you feel on your hair some mornings, and it will make the hold of the glue last longer because you are just gently brushing off on the silk rather than a normal pillow, fabric pillowcase where it is like, it's a bit like Velcro where it goes like that and it will try and pull. You will notice a massive difference. So as I said, I'm going to put everything down in the description. So make your life a bit easier. So I hope you enjoyed my tips and tricks and just knowing what Spartan V is. There is going to be a lot more to come, obviously, and the videos are going to be changing up. So I'm looking to bring more exposure to the hair system world rather than just do tips and tricks and how to do the hair. I'm passionate, as you know, about this, and I want to make sure that everyone knows what a hair system is and how good it can make you feel. So, as always, thanks for watching. Spartan V out.